Welcome to the Seventh Dispensation Podcast. Today we're going to get back into the Alpha Quran, and the chapter that we are reading is called Freedom from a Cage of Ignorance. And the book says, the Holy Quran says that the criterion is one of God's greatest gifts to man, because it is a standard of measure in which we ascertain the extent of right or wrong in our own conduct. This is how we determine if our behavior is good or evil. Europeans have never taught us the true meaning of freedom, because they have never desired for us to be free in this society. But today, I would like to give you the true definition of freedom. Freedom is the power of acting in the character of a moral personality, according to the dictatorship of the will, without other check, hindrance, or prohibition, then as such as may be imposed by just and necessary laws and the duties of social life. Now let's look at that, right? Because freedom comes with just and necessary laws. See, freedom ain't to just run around rampant. There has to be just and necessary laws for you to truly be free. And then it says the duty imposed upon us in our social life. See, that's part of freedom. Part of being free is having a duty imposed upon you in your social life, and that duty is to help free other people trapped in the same bondage that you were trapped in. Now let's get back into this book. This is a message to the universe for all the chosen ones. This is a standard of measure in which we may test the quality of our lives. A test is an evaluation, a way to determine the quality of a person or thing. A test is where you challenge a person's knowledge, faith, or strength. Once a test is complete and we either fail or pass, our quality is measured and we are able to be categorized into a certain sphere or group. And our growth and development in time can be measured by our success or failure. I mean, listen to that, man. This is the definition. The definition of what a test is, a real test. If we were to measure the quality of life, the quality of this so-called free society that we live in, by the definition of freedom that God has provided, what category will we fall in? Will we be a righteous people or a wicked people? I mean, let's put ourselves through the test. Let's put ourselves through a test. Would you be considered a righteous person or a wicked person if we were to test you according to the standard that God has laid down. Now listen. The scholars and psychologists of today cannot free us because they cannot even ascertain what went into the making of the original people. See, they have no idea, man, of what the original people, how we even came into existence. You gotta remember, they think some god in outer space was zapping us into existence and made us out of a rib and some dirt and all that type of stuff, man. So they can't even ascertain what went into the making of us, man. The stuff they think we was made out of some dirt and some ribs, you know what I'm saying, man? Come on, man. They can't even fathom the thought or idea of how we came into existence, man. Now listen, let's get back into this book. It says that God is the only one who could free us because he is the only one who knows what he created us out of and what he intended for us to be. Hey! Oh, what up, though? Hold on, let me see if I can stop this. This is a message for the universe. So we back into this book, The Alpha Quran. And it says that we are made up of cells, and from the brain, our form was produced. See, we didn't come from dust and from no ribs and all that stuff, what they told us how we came into existence. You know, that's a lie, according to this book, A Divine Revelation from God. And it says that the experience of slavery traumatized us. Trauma is lasting psychological damage. Psychological damage means our mental state and behavior. The effects are lasting because it is deeply rooted in our cells or genes. See, understanding our problems goes further than a cursory assimilation of a few facts such as what happened, why did it happen, and what was the long-term effects. We have to look into the mind of man, and nobody knows the mind better than the counselor or the comforter. A mutation is a change in the hereditary material of an organism cell. When you alter the genes, you change certain traits of the human being. The mutation may be transmitted to future generations through the genes and chromosomes by way of DNA. A gene mutation occurs if there are slight chemical changes in the DNA. Now, this is kind of deep, right? And I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to pick up probably tomorrow while I left off, right? Because I want y'all to understand this. We talk about the making of a human being and the making of the African American or the Negro. And it gets deep. And on that note, I leave you as I came. Peace.